morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lincoln Kenobi. And before we get started, guys, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. Warner Brothers tried and failed to poach Kevin Feige from Disney for Marvel to run DC. So, now during the time that Warner Brothers with DC and Kevin Feige running Marvel was being successful, bro. Every movie back to back. Yeah, Iron Man 2, Captain America, Thor, The Avengers, Age of Ultron, Thor, The Dark World. You had all these movies before Endgame. They were a hit success. They were a massive success. During that time, Warner Brothers was not doing very well. They had the Snyderverse, bro. Now, Zack Snyder's movies, I liked Zack Snyder's movies. I liked Man of Steel. I liked Batman v Superman. They were dark. They were serious tone and everything and all. But not a lot of the fans were not used to the fact that Superman kills or any other nonsense. But they thought it was a failure. They were falling apart. They asked Kevin Feige to come to DC to help them out after their big success. Luckily, Warner Brothers didn't get Kevin Feige because right after, and I'm going to show you this, right after Endgame, this is their result. Right here. Marvel's became the lowest grossing MCU film of all time. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania failed to launch the multiverse phase and alienated critics and fans. Eternals, Captain America, Brave New World, Agatha All Along, Ironheart, She-Hulk, Secret Invasion, and Thunderbolts all suffered from poor reception or performance. And then major storylines have stalled, stars have exited, and Disney Plus fatigue has set in. The Disney Plus was born after 2019. In 2020, Disney Plus was born. And you had some Marvel shows that were good, and most shows that were just a complete, utter failure, bro. And it didn't impress Marvel indeed. And it was just bad. Kevin Feige did not do a hell of a good job because most of their creators and all were right now activists. And they just ruined it, bro. They just ruined the movies, bro. And Warner Brothers was lucky not to have him. But Warner Brothers picked up James Gunn after James Gunn finished Guardians of the Galaxy, which they were a big hit. And I enjoyed Guardians, by the way. I enjoyed Guardians. But they appointed him and Peter Safran to take over the DC Universe. So the first thing they do in the DC Universe, they fired Henry Cavill. They got rid of Gal Gadot. And they did cancel most of the DC projects that were going to come and play, like the Black Superman woke thing. They canceled the Wonder Woman 3 and other films because right after Justice League Snyderverse, Blue Beetle failed in the box office. The Flash failed in the box office. Wonder Woman 2, 1984, that failed in the box office. What else? Shazam, The Fury of the Gods, that failed in the box office. They were a complete trash, bro. James Gunn's Suicide Squad, I liked it. Suicide Squad, the Justice League, but sorry. I know I was about to sneeze. But it's like I said, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like James Gunn's work. It's just that he wasn't the right person to do Superman, bro. Because Superman is a dark character, and you need a dark tone with Superman. Yes, it can be a little humor. But it was way too humor in that movie. And like I said, dude, it was a bit political, and I did not like what he did with Jor-El and Lara's message, bro, for Superman, dude. It was not perfect. But the good thing that I hear that I read about Kevin Feige, about James Gunn, what he wants to do is he wants the DC universe in all the movies and projects to have is a different tone. So, like, instead of following James Gunn's tone on what happened with Superman, he wants other projects, to follow a different tone. Lanterns, it's got some promises. I read about it. Read the articles and everything. It's got some promises. I hope it turns out to be good. Um, Supergirl, however, I'm a little worried and concerned because she didn't do a surprise appearance in the film. She looks like the part for her, but her attitude, especially when she was drunk, in the end, she called Superman a bitch. I'm like, oh, brother. It's just that in the movie Superman, no one respected the character, bro. No one gave him the respect. But now it's like this, bro. James Gunn's movies, I will in the future, James Gunn working DCU, I'll have to get used to how he works his movies, man. I have to get used to it. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But for Kevin Feige, bro, he probably would have made it successful if he would have went over there right before Avengers Infinity War. But after what happened in Endgame, bro, I'm glad he did not go to DC, bro. But we'll see how things turn out with DC, bro. But you guys let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of this article? So I would appreciate you guys if you could please share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. I will put the link right below my description in the video. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel, and I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.